This is MA 104, Section 2-3, numbers 35 to 55, every other odd. For number 35, we're asked to find an equation of the line that has a slope of 7/2 and y-intercept -1/3, and to write our answer in standard form. Well, since we are given the slope and we are given the y-intercept, the best place to start would be with slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. We can fill in the slope and the y-intercept and get y equals, my slope is 7/2, so that's 7/2 x, and the y-intercept is -1/3, so we can put -1/3. Since we want our answer in standard form, we need to move the x term over, so subtract the 7/2 x from both sides. The x term needs to come first, so I can say -7/2 x plus y equals -1/3. I cannot have fractions for standard form, so I want to multiply everything by a common multiple of the denominators, which are 2 and 3. So I'll multiply every term by 6. That's my common multiple. Doing that gives me -21x plus 6y equals -2. Finally, in order to be standard, I can't have the negative in the lead-off term, so I need to change all of my signs, which means that my final answer is 21x minus 6y equals 2. I want to find the equation of the line passing through the point 0, 3 and having a slope of -2, and to write my final answer in slope-intercept form. This one's actually very simple if you know what you're looking at. When they give us the point 0, 3, that actually is the y-intercept. The x-coordinate is 0, which means that if I plot the point 0, 3, this point will be on the y-axis, which by definition makes it the y-intercept. So the y-intercept of this line is 3. They give us that the slope is 2, so in order to write the equation in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, all I would need to do is fill in the -2 for m, so y equals -2x, and then the 3 for b. This is the equation in slope-intercept form. For number 43, we're asked to find the equation of the line passing through the point -2, -3, and having slope -1/2. We want to write our answer in slope-intercept form. Well, if you start with slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, I have enough information to fill in everything except the y-intercept. That's the only thing I don't know. I know a combination of x and y, this -2, -3, that works in the equation. And I know that the slope is -1/2. So if I fill everything in, y is -3 from the point that I have. M is -1/2, which I'm given. X is -2 from the point, and then I'm solving for b, so I'll put plus b. If I simplify this, I get -3 equals -1/2 times -2 is +1 plus b. Subtract that 1 from both sides, and I'm left with -4 equals b. Since I know now that the slope is -1/2 and the y-intercept is -4, I can put it all together to be y equals -1/2 x minus 4. (47) asks us to find the equation of the line passing through the point -5, 4 and having slope of -2/5. This is just like the last one, where we can start with that form y equals mx plus b. I'm not given the y-intercept, but I am given an x and a y. That combination of x and y makes the equation true. So I'm given the x and the y, and I'm also given the slope. So if I fill that in, y is 4 from the coordinate, m is -2/5, which I'm given, the x is -5 from the point, plus b. So this leaves me with 4 equals -2/5 times -5 is +2, plus b. I can subtract my 2 from both sides, and I am left with 2 equals b. So my y-intercept is 2. If I plug the 2 in and the negative 2/5 into slope-intercept form, that gives me y equals negative 2/5 x plus 2. For 51, I'm asked to find the equation of the line that passes through these 2 points and to write my answer in slope-intercept form. We've been looking at examples of equations where we're given the slope and we're given a point and we can find the y-intercept. In this one, we're given 2 points. We can use those 2 points to first find the slope. We can calculate the slope. We know that the slope formula has to deal with the change in y over the change in x. In other words, I can find the slope by subtracting the y-coordinates in the numerator and then subtracting the x-coordinates in the denominator. If I do this, the y-coordinates are 8 and 0, so I can take 8 minus 0. And the x-coordinates are negative 4 and 2, so minus 4 minus 2. You could have also done 0 minus 8 in the numerator as long as you remembered to do 2 minus the negative 4 in the denominator. The order's important there. But in the way we have it written, 8 minus 0 is 8. Negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6. So 8 over negative 6 would simplify to negative 4/3. So my slope is negative 4/3. I can use either point. It doesn't matter. Either point will calculate the y-intercept for me. I'll just use the 2, 0. It's a lot easier sometimes to just plug a 0 in. So I have y equals mx plus b. Since I'm using the point 2, 0, I would plug the 0 in for y, the negative 4/3 that I calculated in for x, or in for m rather, I'm sorry, the 2 in for x, and then I'm solving for b. So that gives me 0 equals negative 8/3 plus b. I can add that 8/3 to both sides. So that tells me that b is 8/3. Since now I know that my slope is negative 4/3 and my y-intercept is 8/3, I can put that all together in the equation y equals negative 4/3 x plus 8/3. And then finally, I'm asked to find the equation of the line passing through these 2 points. You will notice that these 2 points each have the same x-coordinate. If I have 2 points that both have the same x-coordinate, or both have the same y-coordinate, I know that those are special types of lines. They're going to be either a vertical line or a horizontal line. In this case, having the same x-coordinate means that the 2 points would be on a vertical line. If you're not sure, you could sketch those very quickly. It doesn't have to be anything real elaborate here. Let's see, there's 4, negative 3. Obviously, this is very crude, but it can kind of get the point across that if this is 4, negative 3, and this is 4, 6, connecting them would give me a vertical line. The equation of any vertical line is x equals whatever the x-coordinate of your points are. So in this case, the equation for the line is x equals 4. This tells me that the only criteria that has to be met in order to be a point on this line is that the x-coordinate has to be 4. Another way to look at this is if you calculated the slope from those 2 points, you would get 6 minus a negative 3 in the numerator, but then 4 minus 4 in the denominator. So this would give me a slope of 9 over 0, which means that there is no slope, or an undefined slope. A vertical line is the only kind of line that has an undefined slope, so again, we go back to the idea that it's a vertical line and the equation is x equals 4.